What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing my postcard recap for UFC 318, Holloway versus Poirier 3. And it was a pretty decent card. I mean, the main card wasn't as good as the prelims. We'll get to that in a minute. But overall, it was the card was a fun watch. I mean, the main event was great. The co-main event was decent. The main card, I mean, there was a lot of decisions, I will say that. Like, the main card was all decisions, whereas the prelims were all finishes. Like, I was watching some of the early prelims this morning when I woke up, and I thought, holy shit, this might be a generational card. Because there was some submissions, there was a couple of KOs, and I thought, holy shit. But yeah, the main card turned out decent. I mean, it wasn't terrible. There was some good fights, some bad fights, but we'll get into it into a minute. And then I'll also talk about who I think these guys should fight next. Well, almost all these guys, because Poirier is retiring, and I think after that fight, I think it's probably for the best that he retires, given that he took a lot of damage. He's shown that he's clearly slowed down, but yeah, we'll get into it. Starting with the main event. Starting with the main event, Holloway beats Dustin Poirier by a unanimous decision, 249-46 and a 48-47, which I thought was wild, because honestly, I had it 50-45 for Holloway. I thought he won every round quite comfortably. I mean, yeah, there were some competitive rounds, especially that second round towards the end, but I thought it was pretty clear that Max won every round. And I ain't gonna lie, he kind of let the finish get away from him, especially in the second round. And for a second, I thought he was about to gas. And I'm like, no way Max Holloway, of all people, is about to gas out. But luckily, he, caught a second wind in between the second and third round and got back in there. And after that, I'll be honest, the fight kind of slowed down in the later rounds. Probably because they both rocked each other, so they're probably a bit hesitant to engage each other. But Holloway was just on the outside, picking at Poirier, moving his head well. His head movement looked great in this fight, and so did his footwork. And Poirier, well, Poirier didn't look bad in this fight, but it looked like his best days were probably behind him. Like, his reaction time's not quite there anymore. He's still got the power, but his speed and footwork aren't really quite there anymore. His defense is a little bit spotty, whereas Holloway looked fast. He was light on his feet. He was moving his head. So yeah, but it was a really good way for Poirier to go out. He lost to a legend in Max Holloway, who's one of the best of all time. It's not like he lost to, like, I don't know, someone he would have beaten quite easily in his prime, like someone outside the rankings, like a fucking, I don't know, I couldn't even be bothered. It's not like he lost to Bobby Green. But yeah. And other than that, his post-fight speech was really cool as well. Just seeing how the UFC actually respected a legend for once, rather than just doing them the way they did Stipe or Jose Aldo. But yeah, really great fight. I'm gonna miss Dustin. I don't know. It was kind of depressing after the fight. I'm getting all emotional, but I've watched Dustin for years. I remember watching him fight McGregor live, and crazy that was 4 years ago now, and now we're at Dustin's retirement fight. But yeah, I'm glad Dustin's going out like this. I would hate to see him, go on a Tony Ferguson type losing streak and see him end up losing to someone like fucking Michael Chiesa or like Chase Hooper or someone outside the rankings who we'd easily beat in his prime. But yeah. As far as what's next for Max Holloway, you don't do the Ilya Taporia rematch straight away. I think everyone knows that. I'd personally like to see Charles Oliveira next. I think a lot of people would. If not, then Dan Hooker. I would say him versus Dan Hooker as well for the BMF would be a good fight. Honestly, there's a lot of options for Dan Hooker now that I think about it. But yeah, that's what I'd say for Charles Oliveira. I mean, not Charles Oliveira. Max Holloway. You do him versus Charles Oliveira or Dan Hooker, one of the two. Whoever can make a turnaround faster, because I know Hooker broke his hand and he's probably still recovering, but whoever can come back first out of Oliveira or Hooker should fight Holloway. But as far as Poirier, enjoy retirement, buddy. It was an honor watching you fight, and I can't believe it's all over now. But yeah, Poirier, I raise my glass to you. Moving on to the co-main event. Man, remember when Lucas Tracy said that Roman Kopylov could beat Adesanya and Whitaker? Holy shit, I thought that was a retarded take then, and it's aging even worse now. Man, Roman Kopylov really disappointed. I thought this guy, I didn't think he was going to be like a champion or anything, but I thought he could at least get past Paulo Costa. But man, Paulo Costa actually looked good in there. Like, he actually looked like how he did back in the 2018-2019 run that he had before Adesanya. His kicks looked really fast and really heavy. He was ripping to the body. His hands looked decent tonight. I mean, Roman Kopylov looked good in the last round, but he was also starting to gas. he looked faster than Costa at least, but I don't know, he just couldn't pull it together. It's like he just froze up on the big stage. So yeah. As far as what's next for Roman Kopylov, back to the prelims, I guess. And then for Costa, I think do him versus Jared Cannonier next. Whether he wins or loses to MVP, I think just do him and Cannonier. And if he wins that, which I think he can, if he shows up looking like that, I honestly think he can beat Jared Cannonier at this point, who's getting up there in age. Then after that, then you can talk about him versus like a higher ranked contender. But yeah, honestly, this fight should not have been the co-main event of a pay-per-view. Can I just say that? Like, when this fight was going on, I'm like, holy shit, this is actually the co-main event of the card. I'm like, Jesus. That's one thing that this card was missing, honestly, was a really good co-main. But overall, it was a decent fight between Costa and Kopylov. A little disappointed I got my pick wrong. I kind of wanted to see Kopylov rise through the ranks, but yeah, it is what it is. To be honest, my predictions were kind of cooked for this card. I think a lot of ours was. But moving on to the feature fight, man, I was not expecting this one. I thought this was the kind of fight that Kevin Holland could easily win. Like, I was expecting him to go out there, drop Daniel Rodriguez, and submit him. I mean, to be fair, he nearly finished him in the last round. But holy shit, Kevin Holland nearly got knocked out in this fight. Like, I never thought Daniel Rodriguez would be the guy to nearly do it. And, yeah, I think he won the decision. It was a close fight, but, yeah. Honestly, this low-key could have been fight of the night. But my friend actually won money on this fight. When he saw the odds, he's like, you know what, I'm going to put $20 on Daniel Rodriguez. And holy shit, you should have seen his reaction when Daniel Rodriguez dropped Kevin Holland. And I'm like, no fucking way, your fucking bet's about to hit. Now that I mentioned it, I kind of have a betting story of my own for today that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But yeah, overall, as far as what's next for Daniel Rodriguez, I don't fucking know, maybe the loser of Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates, because they'll be on similar timelines. As far as what's next for Kevin Holland, I don't know, just give him someone unranked. Or maybe just say fuck it and give him Colby. But yeah. Moving on to the next fight of the card, we had Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull. And like I said, my picks were fucking cooked for this guy. How did fucking Pitbull win this? He nearly knocked Ige out as well. That's another thing. Like, Ige and Holland are two guys that had never been knocked out. I don't even know if they've been dropped. I mean, I think Holland's been dropped. I don't know about Dan Ige. But yeah, they both nearly got knocked out in the same card. And all the underdogs, except for Holloway, won on the main card. But yeah, honestly, this fight was kind of mid. There was some good exchanges here and there, but overall, it wasn't too memorable. As far as what's next for Pitbull, I don't know, maybe the loser of Lerone Murphy versus Arnold Allen. Or maybe Josh Emmett. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Just do him versus Josh Emmett. As far as what's next for Ige, I don't know, maybe the next prospect or whatever. Moving on to the main card opener, we had Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. And man, I can't believe why are they putting Daniel Zellhuber on main cards? He's obviously not that good. And, yeah, funny story. This morning, I went on to Ladbrokes, and I thought, you know what? Why don't I put some money on this card? Because my picks are usually good. I saw how much Michael Johnson was paying, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just put $5 on Michael Johnson just for fun. Especially since he's a coin flip fighter. And holy shit, it fucking hit. I didn't actually watch this fight because, the Tim Tszyu fight was on, so I was watching that. But yeah, I remember looking at my phone and thought, holy shit, Michael Johnson just won, and my fucking bet just hit. As far as what's next for either of them, I don't fucking know, nor do I care. But yeah, thanks Michael Johnson. Thanks for winning me money. You paid for my lunch, and for my dessert. So, thank you. As far as the prelims go, these were the only predictions I was actually right on, mostly because it was pretty easy to pick. Vinicius Oliveira versus Kyle Phillips was a good fight. Yeah, Vinicius Oliveira dropped him a few times. Could have gotten the finish, but didn't. Vittori versus Allen, I didn't actually get to see this fight because I was driving to the bar. Prado versus Venet, I can't even fucking pronounce it. Yeah, I don't care. Gaudia, I can't even pronounce his name. Yeah, he got a pretty cool knockout, which, yeah, I guess I expected. Fugit versus Islam Dulatov, I watched that fight this morning. Pretty good knockout from Dulatov. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. Jimmy Crute got another win, but now he's talking about title aspirations. Like, calm down. The guy still strikes like he's standing on Legos, can I just say that? Ryan Spann got a cool submission, and then the other two fights, thing ended with submissions, so I couldn't be bothered checking them. But yeah, overall, it was actually a pretty decent card. You know, the prelims were really fun. Like, I thought this was going to be a banger card. The main card was kind of up and down. Like, the Pitbull fight was mid. I didn't watch the Michael Johnson fight. The feature fight was awesome. The co-main event was good. And then the main event was really fun. But yeah. Well, that'll bring us to the end of the video, guys. Please like this video, please subscribe, comment, share the video, hashtag or hail the Marlin Army. And I might actually do a breakdown for next week's card, just because it's actually a really good fight night card. You got Robert Whittaker versus Rainier de Ritter and Piotr Jan versus Marcus McGee. We're supposed to have Movzar versus Aaron Pico, but yeah, whatever. After that, I don't know. It's a while till the next pay-per-view. I might just make up some more bullshit tier list videos. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of my hottest fighter tier list for the girls. Or maybe I'll do another ugly fighters, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, hashtag all hail the Marlin Army, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.